Alright, so welcome. We are going to see what is the Phantom Navigator. This one is just an overview. I'm not going to dive into it, but I'm going to show you how can you extract value, how powerful can Phantom Navigator be, so you can, well, look for the modules that you like most and you see the videos and understand how it works. But basically just to give you the idea so you can see the value of the tool. Basically, what you need to understand is that Phantom Navigator it's a tool that is trying to reduce the amount of steps that you need to do to execute an action. So I don't want you to keep memorizing things. You simply think what you want, you type, and you get. This is the core idea behind the Phantom Navigator. And the first module that we have is the palettes. Palettes are basically quick actions. For example, this is the hierarchy action. I have the project actions and we have the global palette actions. They get here. I'm not going to dive further, but we have a lot of things to cover inside this. But basically, you simply type what you want. For example, if I want the settings and I press enter and it will open settings. So you see that I simply think what I want, I type and I get. I don't want to know, I don't remember where I press settings. I think I remember actually. Here is the price settings, but I don't need to. I simply type what I want and this is it. First one is palettes. Now you know what is palettes. We're going to dive it further later, but next one is fuzzy search. Fuzzy search, this little guide right here, I don't want to spoil anything. I don't want to give you spoilers, but this is a cool, fast little guy. This screen right here, it's going to save you maybe hundreds or thousands of alt tabs. This guy, it's a context saver. Basically, it's a really cool and smart search tool that will avoid you to jump from the engine to your IDE, Visual Studio, Visual Code, I don't know. It will search your code base inside Unity. That's all I can say for now. Really cool guy. Next one is the Scene Navigator. Scene Navigator, it's not that powerful, but it's a cool one. You see we have this SMG right here. It's an item. And the Scene Navigator will allow me to move this object without the mouse. So if I press Shift N right here, you see that I have different views and I can basically move my object up and down, left and right using this Scene Navigator tool. We have some grids right here that we can configure, but this is it. This is the idea of the Scene Navigator. If you don't want to use the mouse, here's the guy. Next one is the pinboard. Pinboard, all I can say, it's basically a favorite section. So imagine in a shortcut, you can simply access all the files that you always end up using. So you can have these favorites pinboard that you can go back and forth and add things and remove things. Sometimes when you're navigating the project view and you're in a folder and you want to copy something from another folder, well, as soon as you click in the another folder, well, you lose all the context, so the pinboard will help you with this problem. The next one is the scene list. Scene list, I don't want to show you because it's really cool, but basically, every time that you need to open a scene, what you can do is simply search your project. For example, I have this really organized project, so it's easy to find different scenes. But usually in projects, scenes can be spread all over the project and you may don't know where they are. One trick that you can do is simply filter for objects of the type scene. So here are all the scenes. Other solutions are, for example, having a drop-down menu that you have, or maybe you can use the recent files, which will give you a list of recent scenes, but sometimes the scene that you want is not in the list here because it's not recent, it's not cached. We have a better solution for this as well. The scene list is a powerful one. And on top of that, maybe one feature that will be the most powerful for a lot of users is the custom actions. Basically, custom actions, it's a way that we can add actions to the palettes, all right? Because here in the palettes, I programmed it all. I have fixed options to open different things here. But what if you want to add something? You want your own option here and you want to run your own code. For example, let me see right here. I have a lot of boilerplates. Usually my projects I have this action reader code that I always use them. Orbital camera is something that I use a lot. The boilerplate for creating a state machine. What if I could simply create an action, and I will show you quickly a way to create this. So let me open my plugins here and I can create here just for testing purpose, Phantom Navigator, custom action, and I can call this run my script. For example, you can decide in what palette do you want this to do. For example, it's in global, and you can choose the icons as well if you want. For example, if you want something like this, and I have here this custom, and now I can execute this action, and it can run any code that you want. So basically you can customize your palette to run all the code. So basically in a shortcut you can type what you want, for example run, and now I have run my script here because I have the name, and we can simply search for the thing without worrying about where things are. You simply type and you get. So basically this is an overview of what is the Phantom Navigator at the current state. Of course it can grow up and it can grow and have more and more features, but at this moment this is what we have. And in the next videos I'm going to explain you more details about the palettes and the fuzzy search and all the different modules that we have all around the Phantom Navigator. But this is it. This is why Phantom Navigator is so cool and so powerful. And I see you in the next one. I hope so, and I hope you liked it too.